I went live to name the piglets on my family farm. I used the names of netizens who insulted me. When I reached the last piglet, plump, white, and adorable, I insisted on calling it Mikai. Later, the whole thing hit the trending searches. To everyone's surprise, the top actress fired back in a Weibo post. The photo showed Mikai holding a husky, captioned, "This one is called Linmo." After 3 years in show business, I was still a bottom-tier nobody. On a variety show, I tried to save a teammate and accidentally shoved the star Fang Yuan to the ground. After that, the entire internet turned against me. Netizens everywhere called me vicious and heartless, but the truth could not stay hidden forever. My billionaire father found out. He sternly ordered me to get home. My father wanted me to inherit his 100 billion fortune. I was not interested, so I secretly went into show business behind his back. Now that this mess had happened, my father had me banished to the family pig farm. My days consisted of feeding pigs, eating, and sleeping. Later, the shows gave birth to many adorable piglets. I was unbearably bored, so I found a way to entertain myself. I went live and asked viewers to name the piglets. Not long after I started streaming, tens of thousands of people flooded into my stream. They gave me quite a scare. Anyone who did not know better would think I was famous, but I had only ever been infamous. The web dramas I filmed were not popular either. On variety shows, I would do anything to win. As more people entered the stream, I gathered the piglets together and cleared my throat. "Hello, everyone. I am Linmo. I want to name my piglets. Does anyone have good suggestions I could use?" The comments were full of hostile messages. "Why is Linmo so lazy? Now he is raising pigs too? I knew your family were country bumpkins." Looking at their comments, I could not help feeling gloomy. They were too busy insulting me. No one was helping me think of names. Then I saw one viewer's comment, and an idea struck me. Since they were hurting me with words, why could I not use their names for my piglets? I found the user insulting me most viciously, and picked the ugliest piglet. It was pitch black and had a serious underbite. I held the little black pig to the phone and said, "Friends, I have decided this ugliest piglet will be called Little Fish Never Poops." The scrolling comments paused for a moment, then they filled with laughter. Some even sent me small gifts, a few lollipops. "This is hilarious. Streamer, do not take it too far." As the comments kept scrolling, another comment caught my attention. "Liu Ryan wants to find a handsome man. Why do people like you chase clout every day? You are seriously pathetic." Just then, a piglet rubbed against my leg. I picked it up and held its face right before the phone. "This second ugliest piglet is called Liu Ryan only loves ugly men." The comments erupted in laughter again. No one cared how the person involved felt. One big spender was having such a good time that he sent me a carnival gift. It was my first live stream, and I had never seen anything like it. Watching him send those carnival gifts left me dazzled. He kept sending me the most expensive gifts. The viewers grew even more excited. My live stream descended into chaos. Seeing things get increasingly absurd, I hurriedly stepped in. "Enough. Stop spamming for now. There are still dozens of piglets without names." I kept using the names of haters in my stream to name the piglets. At last, only one plump, white piglet remained. She was incredibly cute. The viewers urged me to quickly pick someone to name it after. After a brief silence, I said, "This piglet will be called Mikai." The comments instantly exploded. "What? Say that again. You actually compare my goddess to a pig? Streamer, are you trying to get yourself killed?" Seeing their reaction, I repeated myself. "This piglet can only be called Mikai." There is no room for discussion, no matter what the viewers thought. I picked up the piglet and ended the stream. Fame is fame, even when it is infamous. So what if I borrow Mikai's clout? Besides, I was stuck in this pigpen because of her. Could I not use her fame to vent a little? Mikai and I had a bond deeper than anyone could imagine. Our grandfathers were close, starting with our fathers. Our families had always been on excellent terms. We were not just neighbors. Our businesses were closely intertwined too. The two families supported each other. So Mikai and I were childhood sweethearts who grew up together. We were in the same school and the same class. We were classmates for over 20 years. We went to the same university, though we studied different majors. Mikai had been exceptional since childhood, so people had compared me to her since I was little. I could not beat her at anything. My mother died young. My father was always busy, so he often left me in Mikai's care. Even though she was my age, she was always bossing me around. If I did poorly on a test, Mikai would scold me. But for some reason, after I delivered a love letter for my best friend in college, Mikai changed. She still cared about me, but something felt different. Later, I went abroad to study. She never contacted me. By the time I returned, she had already become a celebrated best actress with numerous awards to her name. We met up a few times afterward, but I had entered show business by then too. To avoid suspicion, we barely spoke. Two outsiders. Mikai seemed cold and distant, but she was actually incredibly petty and loved holding grudges. Whenever I made a mistake as a child, she would report me to my father. When we grew up, Whenever scandalous news about me surfaced, she would forward it to my father. Then my father would give me a thorough scolding. The video of me accidentally pushing Fang Yuan was sent to my father by Mikai. The next day, I was dropped off at the farm. So, I used her name for a piglet. What is wrong with that? It was the cutest piglet of them all. But my smugness did not last long before I became famous. The best actress had posted on Weibo at 6 in the morning while I was still asleep. My manager, Sister Lee, woke me with a relentless call. I answered groggily. Sister Lee's shrill voice shot straight into my ear. Lin Mo, look at the mess you made. Naming pigs was bad enough, but you used a top female star's name. I was still half asleep. I yawned. What top female star? Sister Lee sounded ready to crush her phone. Lin Mo, check the trending searches. I will come pick you up later. Even if you dig a tunnel, you had better crawl back here. I opened my phone and saw several trending searches. My heart clenched instantly. Bottom tier celebrity names a pig after Mikai. Who exactly is Lin Mo? Why is he so arrogant? Best actress fires back in a late night Weibo post. When I opened Mikai's Weibo with trembling hands, I went completely numb. This one is called Lin Mo. The picture showed Mikai holding a tiny Samoyed puppy. I shot upright in bed. Is she out of her mind? She was the one who reported me to my father, which was why I was banished here. So what is wrong with naming a piglet after her? Looking at the rumors on Weibo, most of them were insulting me. Others were mocking me. Others were curious about our relationship. Some said I could not measure up to Zhangyu and Yuan and did not deserve Mikai. Reading that, I clenched my teeth. I immediately messaged Mikai. Seriously, are you crazy? Mikai, look at what you posted. You are making this hard for me. Delete it now. As if she had been waiting for me. She replied at once. Mikai gave a soft laugh in her voice message. Her voice brushed against my heart like a feather. I am not deleting it. Then she went offline and ignored me. No matter how frantically I messaged her, she would not reply. After quickly getting ready, I escaped the farm with Sister Lee's help. As I left, I was strangely reluctant to leave the piglets behind. I silently thought, I will come back to see you. Sister Lee said she had found me a variety show, so I could capitalize on the sudden fame. I really had gone viral, but the way it happened was absurd. By the time I stood on stage, I was completely bewildered. The production crew was clearly here for the drama. They knew Fang Yuan, and I had history. Yet they still put us on the same team. I did not particularly care, as long as we won. But the audience was not having it. Why did they bring Lin Mo here? Can that cringe guy stop clout chasing off our Yuan? Why is he everywhere? Honestly, I did not want to come either. Who wants to see the person who framed them? The instant I saw Fang Yuan, I felt absolutely awful. The game ended shortly after it began. Fang Yuan was such dead weight, I could not carry him. Even if I kept winning, it was useless. Our team still had the lowest total score. The two of us had to take the punishment. One look at the host's wicked grin, and I knew this would not end well. I was right. Send the first person on your WeChat list. I miss you. Can you come back? The moment those words were spoken, the audience and guests erupted. Everyone eagerly shouted for them to do it. Hearing that, I nearly lost it. Who had I messaged most recently? It could not be Mikai. Could it? It actually was. My face went blank with despair. I did not want to move. Fang Yuan pulled out his phone first. When he opened the first chat in his WeChat list, the contact name was simply the letter P. His face turned ashen too. His finger paused, but he still sent the message. A reply came moments later. I miss you too. Baby, I will come over soon. Fang Yuan hurriedly locked his screen. He gripped his phone tightly. One guest cried out, could it be Mikai? At that, everyone got excited. They all urged Fang Yuan to send another message. Fang Yuan waved them off, lowering his head as he muttered, do not jump to conclusions. This is not Keikai's WeChat. But nobody believed him after seeing his expression. They egged Fang Yuan on to send one more. Fang Yuan said softly, I have already taken my punishment. Please do not disturb her. That only sent the audience into another frenzy. Then it must be Mikai. They might really be dating. I did not say a word the entire time. Mikai did not use that profile picture, but it looked awfully familiar. I just could not remember whose it was. The host calmed the audience down. All right, Fang Yuan has taken his punishment. Now, it is Lin Mo's turn. Everyone turned their attention back to me. I really did not want to send that message to Mikai, but I, Lin Mo, could take a joke and play along. It was only one message. I would send it. I opened WeChat. Mikai was first on the list. I had saved her contact with the dog face emoji. Gritting my teeth, I typed out the message and sent it. I miss you. Can you come back? I clasped my hands in silent prayer that she would not reply. I would trade 10 packs of spicy snack strips for that. Unfortunately, things did not go my way. She replied instantly again. You miss me too. Even if you do miss me, I will still tell your father on you. And why did you not say you miss me when you were abroad? You lost a dare game. Did you not? I will not fall for it this time. Staring at that string of messages, my face went ashen. Why was Mikai not following the script? What happened to her icy persona? The next second, Mikai video called me. I frantically declined it. She sent another message. Answer the phone. Seeing those 3 words, I could picture Mikai's expression. Those breathtaking eyes must have been blazing with anger. If I kept resisting, she would lower her voice and say, Linmo, be good. Whenever she did that, I could not hold out for more than a few seconds before spilling everything. Afraid viewers would figure out who she was, I hurriedly replied, I am filming, then turned off my phone. The audience erupted in surprise. Nobody expected this turn of events. The person on the other end is hilarious. They are clingy and proud, just like a puppy. No wonder Linmo saved them with the dog face emoji. Listening to the audience chatter, I found it pretty funny too. Calling Mikai a puppy. You people are brave. And I had a reason for giving her that dog face emoji, because she always does me dirty. Ever since childhood, whenever Mikai got involved, I always paid the price. As a kid, I would catch fish in the river and raid bird nests in trees. Mikai would watch me with a blank expression. Out of the goodness of my heart, I would give her to eggs. Then she would immediately show the eggs to my grandfather. And then I got a beating. When I got into fights with boys at school, I would beg her not to tell my father. She would turn around and report me anyway. Then my father would beat me again. And last time, I had clearly agreed with her not to tell my father about everyone online hating me. She merely looked at me, nodded, and said okay. The next day, I was rewarded with the glorious job of feeding pigs. That was an incredibly underhanded move. In today's words, she had stabbed me in the back. That is why her contact has always had a dog face emoji. This time, she even made a Weibo post just to taunt me. She named a Samoyed Linmo. Was she not deliberately trying to make people misunderstand? Mikai was wealthy and beautiful. She had always been everyone's goddess. She was gentle and restrained with others, distant but polite. To be honest, I had feelings for her too. Everything I said earlier was just me refusing to admit it. But my feelings alone meant nothing. When I asked Mikai whether she wanted to date, she answered, I only see you as a younger brother. So I should not let my imagination run wild. I should play the part of her little brother properly. Her spouse could be anyone, but it could never be me. I might seem like I do not care about anything, but every word Mikai ever said mattered to me more than I could bear. But I was a coward, especially after I heard an older student had confessed to her. I ran away like a coward. I boarded a plane abroad. So the Linmo who came back only wanted a career, only wanted to make more money. As for love, I would cross that bridge when I came to it. Do enough good deeds, and maybe I will become a saint. If I could not date Mikai right now, it only meant I was not good enough yet. I did not have enough money. Once I made enough money, I would date 100 girls like Mikai. It was already after midnight when we finished filming. Sister Lee drove me home, while I slumped in the car like a stinking lump of mud. Lying in my seat, I thought, when I got home, Dad would be waiting in the living room. How could I soothe his fragile heart? Tell him I had not meant to sneak away. I only wanted to go out for a walk. My best friend got dumped and went on a hunger strike. I went to save him. No, forget it. None of those excuses would hold up. I should put on a tearful, heartfelt apology first, then write a 10,000-word promise. That should do it. Dad loved me so much. He surely would not have the heart to hit me. I had even planned my pose. My entrance would be absolutely epic. I could not help sighing. I was about to use what I learned in show business on my father. I felt secretly guilty. Sorry, Dad. I did not want to do this either. Please do not blame me. Standing before the heavy villa doors, I took a deep breath and stepped back. The instant butler Liu opened the door, I slid forward and dropped straight to my knees. Then I launched into my performance. My beloved father. I did not mean to sneak away. Some piglets bit me, and the pain was unbearable. So I ran. I should not have left secretly. I should have told you first. Please forgive me this time. My acting was so convincing. I sobbed as tears streamed down my face. I even moved myself to tears. Sadly, Dad was completely unmoved. As I wondered why he had not helped me up, a very familiar voice rang out. What are you doing? You little fool. Are you not ashamed to kneel before Sister Me? I turned toward the voice. It was Dad speaking. Then who was I hugging? I looked up and saw Mikai struggling not to laugh. Her eyes sparkled with amusement as she softly called, Linmo. Oh, damn. I had humiliated myself beyond words. Why was Mikai not going home so late at night? Why had she come to my house? I slowly stood up. Dad, my performance was not bad, right? And another thing, why is Mikai at our house so late? Dad promptly gave me a sharp knock on the head and scolded me. How long has it been since your sister me visited? Why are you not treating her properly? Then he turned and smiled warmly at her. Little me, do not mind him. This boy is not very bright. You have not seen each other in so long. Have a good chat. My eyes widened. What could she and I possibly discuss? It is late. Mikai should go home too. Otherwise, Her parents will surely worry. Mikai smiled gently. My parents are both away on vacation, and I lost my house keys, so I was hoping to stay here for a while. I hope you and Linmo do not mind, Uncle. I stared at Mikai wide-eyed. She was lying through her teeth. You said you lost your keys, so what were those keys I saw by the entryway? Were they some kind of trick? Something was definitely fishy. I decided to observe her before making my move. Dad, however, was completely unfazed. You can stay in your old room. If you need anything, tell Linmo. Mikai obediently nodded. She urged Dad to get some rest. Dad gestured that he understood. He told us both to sleep early, saying young people should not stay up so late. I saw Dad pause at the corner. He turned and said, "Take good care of your sister, Me. She told me herself that you deliberately ignored her messages today." I gave a cold laugh. I knew it. So Mikai had come to tattle on me again. What exactly did she want? After Dad had gone far enough, I stormed up and demanded loudly, "Mikai, what are you really doing here?" Mikai lowered her head. I watched the warm yellow light make her hair shimmer. For a moment, I was lost in a daze. It was as if I were seeing those late nights again. When she tutored me beneath a desk lamp, she smiled helplessly. "You were the one who kept ignoring my messages. I was worried about you, sweetheart." That name sent a shiver through me. Every hair on my body stood on end. After all these years, whenever Mikai called me that, I would bristle, because it was a secret between Mikai and me. That name represented a hidden story between us. When I was 17, my family suffered a major financial crisis. My mother was overwhelmed every day. Unable to spare any time, she left me in the Me family's care. That was when I began going to and from school with Mikai every day. One day after school, I was walking home. Mikai was waiting for me, the sausage she bought already grilled crisp. As I passed an alley, I heard faint whimpering and sensed something was wrong. I left Mikai, who was buying me a sausage, and hurried into the dark alley. Following the sound, I found a kitten covered in blood. It had probably been born only recently, but some bastard had abused it. It lay on the ground, struggling to breathe. I crouched down and saw that its injuries were severe. Its jaw was twisted, half its left foreleg hacked off with a knife, and half an ear had been cut away. It lay in a pool of blood, barely alive. It meowed weakly, as if begging me to save it. Although I could barely care for myself, I gently lifted it into my arms to carry it out. 3 men carrying steel pipes appeared at the alley entrance. One spat and snarled, "Kid, mind your own business and put that animal down. Leave now and do not get in the way of our business." Seeing their cameras, I guessed they were scum who sold animal abuse videos. I scoffed, protectively clutching the trembling kitten. I sneered, "You subhuman scum only know how to make filthy money like this. You disgrace to society, picking on the weak and fearing the strong. Disgusting. Even a socialist country would be sickened by trash like you. Fuck, you little punk. Watch your filthy mouth. I will teach you a lesson today." One skinny, tattooed man said, then charged at me, swinging his pipe. I nimbly dodged his attack. I spent some time with my grandmother as a child. She taught me some kickboxing and jujitsu to help me survive in critical moments. I leaned back and dodged one man's steel pipe. His groin was completely exposed. I stepped onto his thigh, used the momentum to kick the tattooed man in front of me, then spun and kicked another man flat on his back. The kitten stayed quiet throughout, as if it knew I was saving it. It stayed obediently in my arms. Seeing his companions beaten, the last man could not hold back. He rushed over and punched me. Holding the kitten, I could fight with only one hand. I grabbed his wrist and twisted it hard. The man dropped to his knees before me. Another tried to ambush me, but I kicked him over. While I was distracted, the kneeling man viciously grabbed the kitten's broken foreleg. The kitten's scream echoed through the alley. I slammed my knee into the man's chin. He vomited blood and passed out on the spot. The whole thing took seconds, but it gave them an opening. The skinny man's dagger cut through my school uniform and opened a long gash across my back. I crouched from the pain as a steel pipe was about to strike my head. I closed my eyes. It was fine. At worst, I'd be bedridden for months. If I ended up brain damaged, so be it. At least I would be a hero who saved a life. So what if I became an idiot? I was this kitten's hero. After a while with no sound, I opened my eyes. The tattooed man lay on the ground, blood pouring from his head. Behind him stood Mikai, holding a brick. She stood against the light, blood dripping from the brick in her hand. Her expression was wild and vicious. Her eyes churned like an endless, raging sea. Mikai's eyes were red, veins bulging on her hands. When she saw me, her expression gradually softened. She dropped the brick and prepared to crouch down to comfort me. Then she saw the nearly 8-inch gash across my back. I could not see my back, but it felt warm. The blood must have soaked through my clothes. It was the first time I had seen Mikai panic. She had always been composed and unflappable. Even if the sky fell, she would not bat an eye. But there she was, trembling as she called the butler and an ambulance, all while trying to comfort me. "Momo, don't be afraid. I failed to protect you, But I'm here now. Don't be scared, Momo. I wrapped my arms around her trembling body. I rested my chin gently on her shoulder. Her familiar scent filled me with inexplicable peace. I'm not scared, Mikai. About 10 minutes later, I was taken to the hospital. The kitten I couldn't stop worrying about was sent to a veterinary hospital. Even the doctor treating me was shocked by my wound. Using tweezers, he gently peeled away the clotted blood and fabric. It hurt so badly that I let out a loud howl. I writhed in pain and gripped Mikai's arm tightly. To treat the wound on my back, I had to take off my shirt and lie face down on the bed, bare-chested. Mikai's cheeks reddened at the sight. She awkwardly turned her head away, only reaching out to gently stroke my hair with her fingertips to comfort me. Cleaning the wound was bearable, but disinfecting it was when despair truly hit. The cut was so deep, it felt as if the disinfecting cotton ball burrowed into my flesh. The burning pain felt like a venomous snake slithering into my body, piercing from my skin to my bones. Pain left my face drenched in sweat and tears. It hurt too much, and I burst into loud sobs. At my crying, Mikai clenched her fist again and again. Finally, she relented and turned around. I buried my face in her arms, sobbing as I clung tightly to her waist. Helpless, Mikai let me hold her, where I could not see. Her fist clenched repeatedly before finally falling open in resignation. She gently patted my back. That agonizing treatment lasted more than a full hour. By the end, all three of us were drenched in sweat. As the doctor wrapped my bandages, he told me to apply medicine and change the bandages often, using small amounts frequently. If I couldn't reach it myself, I should ask a friend to help. Mikai noted every instruction. By the time I left the hospital, it was dark. After that, every to classes, Mikai and I would separately head to an empty classroom we had arranged to meet in. She would apply my medicine. At first, I was a little embarrassed. I didn't dare take my shirt off in front of Mikai. She raised a brow. You dared to do it, so own it. Why are you too scared to take off your shirt now? Are you a crybaby? You should change your name to Ling Crybaby. I'm not a crybaby. I'm a great hero. I protested indignantly, yet still blushed as I took off my shirt. As Mikai applied medicine with a cotton swab, she agreed. MMHMM. You're not a crybaby. You're Ling Crybaby. Say that again. After treating me, Mikai looked at my broad, solid back. She coughed awkwardly. All right, Ling Crybaby. Also, that puppy has received treatment. It was badly hurt. Once it recovers, we'll bring it home. Mikai had said we would bring it home. We, not I. I froze, then nodded stupidly. Okay, I'll call him Tough Pup. It means he'll always stay strong through hardship. The words suddenly came to me on our way back. Mikai turned to me, utterly speechless. He is a boy, at least. I think Crybaby Pup suits him better. You're really not letting this go, are you? Remembering something, I suddenly stopped. Mikai stopped too. She raised a brow and asked what was wrong. Damn it. What happened to those bastards? I never got to finish them off. Mikai looked calm, but hatred roiled beneath her gaze. She said lightly, as if she didn't care. I don't know. Maybe they're dead. Fine. Then they had better not cross my path. Otherwise, I'll make them pay dearly. Last time, holding that puppy held me back. Next time, I'll beat them senseless. But what I didn't know was that while I was still asleep, Mikai had them charged with all kinds of crimes, sent to prison, and told the guards to give them special attention. Mikai never allowed potential danger near me. She would use every means at her disposal to keep danger away. And if that failed, she would eliminate the danger herself. So perhaps they really were dead. I would never see them again. And likewise, I would never again meet the shy, passionate 17-year-old Mikai, because I had met the shameless, childish Mikai at 25. After arguing with Mikai, I stomped upstairs. When she didn't follow, I felt relieved. After my shower, I sprawled on the sofa, baffled. Why had Mikai been acting like a different person lately? First that Weibo post, then all that saber rattling, and now showing up at my house. What was going on? Did she really like Fang Yuan? Their movie was pretty good, and Fang Yuan was good looking too. He was just a little vicious. On that variety show, I didn't push him. He tried to pull me down, but I threw him off. Mikai likes someone like that. I imagined Mikai linking arms with Fang Yuan and making me call him brother-in-law. I shook my head in horror. No. That was terrifying. How could that possibly work? But if Mikai really liked him, my thoughts spiraled farther and farther until my mind went blank, interrupted by a knock at the door. Without turning around, I called toward the door. Annie Liu, I don't want milk right now. Go to bed first. The knocking paused. Then a clear female voice sounded. Momo, open the door. It's me, Mikai. Why are you still awake so late? Is something wrong? The moment I opened the door, I saw Mikai in a bathrobe, looking at me pitifully from the doorway. She must have come straight to see me after her shower. Her hair wasn't even dry. Droplets slid from her hair to Mikai's fair collarbones, then flowed into the depths of her robe and vanished. Combined with Mikai's beautiful, aloof face and that uncharacteristically aggrieved expression, I felt my face would catch fire if I kept looking. I quickly turned and walked into my room, trying to escape her overwhelming allure. I sat on the bed and watched Mikai approach. What exactly do you want? Don't give me that I forgot my key excuse. I don't buy it. Mikai stopped in front of me. Her eyes held a stubbornness I had never seen before. A trace of hurt threaded through her voice. Momo, you didn't answer my messages. That really was my fault. All I could do was soothe her gently. I told you. I was filming a show. You don't have to worry about me being recognized. Before I could finish, Mikai interrupted coolly. Was all of that a lie? Momo, how long have we been apart? 3 years. Did you really never think of me during those 3 years? Mikai gave me no chance to catch my breath. She dropped another bombshell. Do you not like me anymore? Momo, could I ever stop liking you? How could I? But if she suddenly asked whether I liked her, I couldn't give her the answer she wanted. I looked up at Mikai, unable to read the emotion in her eyes. What about you, Mikai? What is the point of saying this now? So, what if I like you? Am I supposed to watch you be with that senior? Or Fang Yuan? Does my love not count? Would I not be hurt? Mikai. I said it all calmly and tried to blink, but found my eyes full of tears. I tipped my head back slightly, trying not to let them fall, but it seemed futile. Mikai stepped forward and crouched before me. Her cool, delicate fingers gently wiped away the tears at the corners of my eyes. Don't cry. Momo, be good. At my words, she paused, then took my hand. She said helplessly, what senior? And Fang Yuan, and I have nothing going on. He is the one chasing after me. I have already rejected him. What did that mean? Wait, something was not right, I asked, my voice still thick with tears. That senior who confessed to you. You clearly didn't reject him. But Momo, I'm a girl. I couldn't humiliate him in public. Later, I told him I already had someone I liked. Who could Mikai possibly like? From then until now, I had never seen Mikai show affection for anyone. Seeing my confused look, Mikai smiled helplessly. He's been a troublemaker since childhood, but he's very gentle. He is terrified of pain and cries easily, but he got hurt saving a puppy. What draws me to him has never been his looks, but his resilient, sincere heart. Mikai's hand gently caressed my face. She seemed casual, but her gaze was like that of a hungry wolf locked onto its prey. I couldn't break free. Momo, do you know who it is? Isn't it me? Seeing my hesitant gaze, Mikai nodded gently. My hints were so obvious, but you avoided me. Momo, you even fled abroad. Shouldn't that make me sad? Oh, my God. Only then did I finally realize that I had completely misunderstood Mikai. I really was happy to hear she liked me, but I still had one question. Didn't you only see me as a younger brother? Isn't it a little strange for an older sister to come into her younger brother's room? To say all this, isn't that inappropriate? Mikai pinched my cheek at that. Her tone was almost fierce. What younger brother? How old were you back then? How could I accept that? Mikai, never do anything unless I am certain. I was only 18 then, with neither money nor power. How could I give you a good future? So I studied hard and threw myself into acting. I wanted to wait for your return and tell you that I, Mikai, now have everything it takes to pursue you. I hope Mr. Lin will honor me with a chance. Wanting to tease her, I gave her an innocent smile. I reached out and pinched her delicate, beautiful cheek too. But I am not easy to win over. Let's see how you do. Understood? Baby Momo. Mikai lowered her head with a soft laugh and wrapped her arms around me. Her breath brushed my legs, making them tingle. It wasn't just my skin burning. My face was hot too. I nudged her, telling her to go back and rest. Mikai obediently stood, held my hand and let me walk her out. She really was like the sweet little cat the fans described. Usually, Best Actress me was cool and distant, kind but never close. But with me, she was completely different, domineering and sly. Yet she would lie down, let me pet her, and act cute for me. Fine. My friends say I am hopelessly lovesick, and they are right. I cannot change it at all. But this lovesickness had lasted since I was 17. At last, it was beginning to bear fruit. When the production crew came to haul away my luggage, I had no idea who the other guests were. Not until I saw Mikai, with Fang Yuan glued to her side, did I realize the world had gone completely mad. 2 days earlier, Sister Lee had booked me on a variety show. It was an outdoor adventure show, streamed live from start to finish. They had invited plenty of big names, and she told me to do well. She said many online haters had become casual viewers, so I should use the buzz to get popular again. I expected plenty of celebrities, but I never expected them to invite Mikai. Mikai looked at me and smiled faintly. She politely took my luggage. Hello, I am Mikai. It is a pleasure to work with you. You can call me Xiaomi. I smiled back. Playing dumb with me, are you? Fine. I would play along. Hello, I'm Linmo. I look forward to working with you. Watching our familiar exchange, Fang Yuan grew wary. He smoothly stepped between Mikai and me. Haha. What a coincidence. I do not need to introduce myself, right? Momo knows me too. I smiled too, though it never reached my eyes. It certainly is a coincidence. Soon, All the guests had arrived. The production crew drove us to the filming location. The live stream officially began. When we arrived, the mountains looked familiar. So did the water. This is the mountain behind Mikai's house, isn't it? Right next door was my family's farm. When we were kids, we often caught chickens and hunted birds together. We even waded through muddy water to catch fish. I secretly glanced at Mikai and found her looking at me too. She blinked, her eyes brimming with laughter. She must have recognized the place too. Guiltily, I looked away and listened closely to the crew's instructions. Little did I know, our small gestures had already been seen clearly by the viewers. What is going on with those two? I refuse to believe they do not know each other. The way Best Actress me looks at Lin Mo is killing me. Stop making things up. Commenter above. Our Fang Yuan is clearly the best match for Best Actress me. Can you stop bringing up Fang Yuan over everything? They clearly have nothing going on. Can you ship couples rationally? Stop dragging our sister me into everything. Another argument erupted in the livestream chat. After hearing the crew's plan, we all said we understood and prepared to split into teams. The 8 of us would split into 2 groups. We would find ingredients in the mountains, then return to set up a cooking station and prepare a meal. It was basically a picnic, followed by rest. The crew promised a surprise, but would not reveal it until that evening. This would not be hard. The mountain behind Mikai's house had everything. We would find food easily. Besides, my family's farm was so close, so it would not be too much to catch a piglet, would it? Once the teams were set, we headed out separately. Our group had an unbelievable lineup. Mikai, me, Fang Yuan, and by Hayu, a sunny, warm-hearted girl I had worked with before. The other group had popular singer Yuan, actor Zhang Xinran, and famous Wen idols Song and Song Ran. Why does our precious Yuan have to be in a group with that awful Lin Mo? Ugh, this production crew is the worst. Our Momo has not even said anything yet, and your fake innocent pretty boy is already putting on an act. Who are you trying to disgust? Wow, I cannot wait. Ha ha ha. The comments kept flooding in, but we could not see them. We could only win fans on our own merits. One wrong move, and we could be swept into a storm of public opinion. After confirming the teams, we divided the work. Our group would look for ingredients. Gu Yan's group would find the tools needed for cooking. Mikai walked ahead, while Fang Yuan stayed glued to her side. He was terrified Mikai and I might talk. That was hilarious. Funny. Whenever Mikai and I talked, who knew where the hell you were? We were filming, so I could not be bothered to argue with him. I walked at the back, looking around. I searched for anything useful. Then Bai Hayu came running over to chat with me. Lin Mo. What a coincidence. Ha ha ha. We have not seen each other since we finished that drama. I never thought we would meet again on this show. Ha ha. It really is. How have you been lately? Bai Hayu and I filmed a small web drama together before. She performed very well in it. The show became a modest hit, and we both got a little popular. Bai Hayu shrugged. Same as always. Pretty good. What about you? I smiled. Pretty good too. I have gotten a taste of how exhausting it is to be a star lately. Suddenly, she leaned close and whispered mysteriously. Hey, do you know Ms. Me? Your earlier interactions on Weibo made you to seem close. I looked around to make sure no one was paying attention. Then I beckoned Bai Hayu closer and murmured, do not ask about things you should not know. I did not know Bai Hayu's reaction, but the viewers lost it. The chat filled with laughter. Holy crap, is this guy really that funny? Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. Their interaction is so funny. Ha ha. An old ship just came out of nowhere and hit me. Bai Hayu wanted to ask more, but Fang Yuan suddenly cried out ahead. It sounded like he had found something. I went over to look and was speechless. He had found a patch of mushrooms, but those mushrooms looked obviously poisonous. They were brightly colored, yet he was thrilled. Fang Yuan waved excitedly. He told us to pick the mushrooms with him. Apart from him and the eager Bai Hayu, neither Mikai nor I moved. Come on, pick them. I can make everyone creamy mushroom soup later. Finally, I could not help asking, are these really edible? These look like blue-capped mushrooms. They are poisonous. A flicker of displeasure crossed Fang Yuan's face at my objection, but he quickly composed himself and forced a smile. How could they be? I make soup all the time. These should not be poisonous. Momo, please believe me. As he spoke, he put on a handsome, innocent look meant to win sympathy. It is not about trusting you. Those mushrooms really are poisonous. Do not ask. I force-fed those to Mikai when we were kids. She nearly turned into an idiot, while Bai Hayu still hesitated over whether to pick them. Mikai said nothing. She merely took one look, then turned to leave. Fang Yuan immediately forgot all about the mushrooms. He followed after her and asked eagerly, Xiaomi, do you not like mushrooms? My soup is really delicious. Mikai turned around. At a loss for words, she replied flatly. Lin Mo said they are poisonous. Are you still going to make soup with them for us? I did not know they were poisonous. I am sorry, everyone. I did not think this through. Fang Yuan had only wanted to impress Mikai, but he was exposed in an instant. The atmosphere turned awkward. Bai Hayu, however, asked eagerly. Ms. Me, you are amazing. How did you know those mushrooms were poisonous? Mikai's gaze drifted to me, her eyes dark and unreadable. I could not read her expression, but I had a bad feeling. Sure enough, the next second, someone forced me to eat them once. I nearly turned into an idiot. I pretended not to notice Mikai's stare and hurried ahead by myself. The comments kept pouring in. The viewers had seen everything that had just happened. Ha ha ha. Guys, who understands this? Why did Ms. Me sound strangely aggrieved when she said that? Ha 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 ha. I never expected Best Actress Me to have such a tragic experience. Still, Lin Mo is impressive too. He was the first one to know the mushrooms were poisonous. What is so impressive about that? Those mushrooms obviously look poisonous. What is so great about Lin Mo? Well, your fake innocent idol could not even tell at a glance. Is Lin Mo not better than him? As we continued, we picked several cucumbers, along with tomatoes, sweet peppers, and other vegetables. I had to say, Grandmommy's vegetables were growing wonderfully. We also caught fish in the river and took eggs from a nest in a tree, though the process was rather difficult. At that moment, I was sprawled across a tree. A nest of wild pheasant eggs sat on a branch about 2 meters away. It was a nest I had raided ever since childhood. I had not done it in over a decade, but my skills had not faded much. I could still get them. Clinging to the branch, I inched forward. The leaves shook loose and fluttered down. Bai Hayu shouted anxiously from below. Momo, be careful. Do not fall. Fang Yuan followed with his fake sweet concern. Yes, Momo, be careful. Do not fall now. Mikai, on the other hand, was not worried at all. She stood calmly beneath the tree and watched me. I crawled forward with some difficulty. Finally, I reached the pheasant nest. I checked inside. 12 eggs. Not bad. That damn pheasant laid more eggs than before. I took one egg, then tossed it down without looking, relying on muscle memory. And then, Mikai caught it without changing expression. The whole exchange was easy and seamless, as if we had rehearsed it countless times. Of course, we had done it countless times. As children, we had figured out the pheasant's egg-laying routine. We often climbed trees to steal their eggs, and Mikai's grandma often smacked us for it. Mikai never did those things herself, but she would indulge my mischief. So, usually, I took the eggs and she caught them. Watching Mikai and me work perfectly together, Bai Hayu could not help exclaiming, "That was amazing. Momo, you and Ms. Me work so smoothly together. It is nothing. We used to raid nests together all the time as kids." My attention was completely on the eggs. I did not realize I had let something slip. Jealous and uneasy, Fang Yuan gathered his courage and asked, "Momo, you know Xiaomi?" Only then did I come to my senses and answer casually, "We knew each other before, so we do not know each other now." Mikai suddenly threw that out of nowhere. My brain nearly short-circuited. To smooth over what I had said, I could only laugh awkwardly. "Ha ha, we do. We know each other now too." Mikai pressed her lips together and did not answer, her face cold. Seeing fewer and fewer eggs left in the nest, I stopped. I would leave the poor bird to eggs. Standing on the branch, I prepared to climb back down. Then the back of my neck suddenly went cold, as if someone were watching me. I turned and locked eyes with the mother pheasant. It looked at me, then at its nest. Its tail lifted slightly. Oh no. It was going to peck me. I hurriedly climbed down a little, but that damn pheasant suddenly flew up and kicked me. My scream echoed through the whole forest. I felt myself plummeting and miserably shut my eyes. But the pain I expected never came. Instead, I landed in a warm embrace. I opened my eyes and blinked. I was not mistaken. It was Mikai. She calmly set me down and asked with concern, "Are you okay?" I waved awkwardly. "I am fine. That damn bird just startled me." I was about to say more when I saw the pheasant dive straight at our group. I grabbed Bai Hayu and ran, shouting, "Run! That damn bird pecks people." So I pulled Bai Hayu, and Bai Hayu pulled Fang Yuan along. Mikai ran behind us, covering our retreat. We did not stop until we had run out of the woods, gasping for air. It was not that I was scared of that damn bird. It was because its pecks hurt like hell. When Mikai and I got pecked by one as kids, our legs swelled up, and we could not run or jump for a whole month. Once I caught my breath, I stood and looked around. Everyone was accounted for. They all seemed fine. Good. No one had been pecked by that damn bird. "Where are the eggs?" Bai Hayu asked, sprawled beside the grass. "They are here. I did not mean to break them. I was just so scared that I cried." Fang Yuan's eyes were red. With a slight sob in his voice, he took the eggs from his pocket. I was dumbfounded. The 10 eggs I risked getting pecked for had lost one in the escape and broken 2. Only 7 remained. I waved it off helplessly. "It is fine. 7 is enough. We are only 1 egg short." I got to my feet and looked around. We had run all the way to the other side of the woods. Grandma's farm was nearby, so we could look for more ingredients there. Throughout this, Mikai kept a cold expression. I tried several times to speak to her, but she ignored me. I was baffled. Who had upset her now? Helpless, I could only keep chatting with Bai Hayu. I completely missed Mikai behind us, her face dark as a thundercloud. The viewers went wild, arguing and laughing. Ha ha ha. I never knew Linmo was so capable. He can even raid Bird Nest. Did anyone notice Fang Yuan's strange expression? So Linmo and Best Actress Mi have known each other since childhood. No wonder they have such couple energy. Ha ha ha. Them getting chased by that mother bird was hilarious. Ha 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 ha. When we reached the edge of the farm, I climbed straight over the fence in front of the entire internet. The warning sign beside it read, "No unauthorized entry." I am not unauthorized. I am my grandma's precious grandson. After I nervously led everyone over the fence, I saw someone. I cheerfully climbed over the fence and looked up, only to see someone standing there. She had been expressionless when she saw me, but the moment Mikai climbed over, she became kind and welcoming. A radiant smile bloomed across her face. The straight-backed little old lady before me, with her resolute, weathered gaze, was my grandma. Mikai and I had been raised by our grandmothers since childhood. That was why we got along more like friends. I walked over with a flattering grin and asked, "Ma'am, do you know where we can find a piglet? We are filming a show and would like to buy a piglet from you." "Of course. We can promote your farm for free. We will not take one for nothing." Grandma looked at me, then at Mikai, and gave a cold snort. She ignored me for ages. Everyone looked around in confusion, with no idea what was going on. Bai Hayu quietly tugged at my sleeve, signaling for me to stop talking and leave quickly. I did not budge. I kept facing Grandma down. Just when it felt like a century had passed, Grandma finally spoke. "For Xiaomi's sake, I can give you a piglet, but you will have to come catch the one you want with me." Yes, thank you, Grandma." I eagerly followed behind Grandma, then turned and motioned for everyone to follow. Aside from Mikai, everyone else looked utterly confused. Ha ha ha. Linmo is such a social butterfly. He is really going to eat a piglet. Ha ha ha. That was quite a move. Even the production crew was bewildered. "Guys, does this pigpen look familiar?" Yes, I noticed it too. It looks like the place from Linmo's earlier livestream. Following Grandma, we squeezed into the pigpen I knew so well. Sure enough, the piglets I had fed had grown so big. They were plump and round. They looked like the kind that would sizzle with fat on a roast. Just imagining roast suckling pig for dinner made my mouth water. "Little piglets, your grandpa is here." The moment we entered the pigpen, Fang Yuan's expression soured. He looked utterly disgusted. Noticing something was off, Bai Hayu asked worriedly, "Brother Yuan, are you okay? Are you feeling unwell?" Fang Yuan nodded weakly. "A little. This place is so filthy. It makes me physically uncomfortable." Physically uncomfortable? Dude, this place is scrubbed 3 times a day and thoroughly cleaned every other day. And you say it makes you physically uncomfortable. Did I scrub those pig troughs for nothing back then? While I was still cursing Fang Yuan inwardly, Mikai spoke. She turned and asked, "Which one are we eating?" "Xiaomi, are we really eating these piglets? They are living creatures too. Maybe we should not eat them. It must be hard for this old lady to raise these piglets alone." That ridiculous remark nearly made me laugh in anger. Mikai looked at Fang Yuan with amused disbelief. My grandma rolled her eyes so hard they practically did somersaults. I was speechless. If I have committed a crime, let the law punish me, rather than making me listen to this holier-than-thou sermon. First, we did not find a main ingredient today. If we do not eat piglet tonight, are we supposed to live on air? You say it is a living creature, but when you feast on gourmet food, why do you not say fish and shrimp are living creatures too? Second, this place is clean and carefully maintained every day. Third, pig farming is automated with artificial intelligence now. You do not need to worry about it. This old lady earns more in a day than you will in your whole life. You should worry about yourself instead. The comments instantly exploded. You do not like our Yuan. But did you have to be so vicious? Damn. Linmo is fearless, but he is telling the truth. Can you keyboard warriors do anything besides spew garbage? Does anyone else feel that Mikai and Linmo have a subtle relationship? Guys, this pigpen really looks like the one from Linmo's earlier livestream. I watched Fang Yuan's face turn a dark purplish red. Finally, he looked at Mikai with tearful eyes. "Xiaomi, I need to step out for a moment." He covered his face and ran out. Mikai showed no expression. She merely nodded. Bai Hayu looked worried, glancing from us to Fang Yuan, before finally running after him. I knew my words might damage my image, and people might attack me for them. But I did not care. You can insult me, but you cannot call the pigpen my grandma built with such care dirty. My family is my bottom line. After those two ran out, I looked at Mikai, then at my grandma, and finally could not hold it in anymore. I burst out laughing. Grandma came over, knocked my head a few times, and scolded me. "You little brat. You left without a word. You left this old woman alone to watch an empty pigpen." Mikai and I, the viewers, Fang Yuan, is nobody going to speak up for me? I gave a sheepish laugh and obediently replied, "It could not be helped. The shoot came up suddenly. I did not have time to tell you. Who knew this variety show would film here? What a coincidence." Everyone, Let me introduce my grandma. My actual grandma. Heh. Grandma, I want roast suckling pig. Grandma glared at me, then snorted coldly. Xiaomi has not even said she wants any. Why should you eat it? Let us see what Xiaomi wants to eat. Mikai had kept a straight face and refused to speak to me the entire time. Even after hearing Grandma, she would not look directly at me. I quietly tugged at the hem of her clothes. I looked at her with pleading eyes. Come on, please. I really wanted roast suckling pig. Mikai gave me a sit-along look, but finally gave in. She politely told Grandma, Grandma, I would like roast suckling pig too. Whenever Mikai spoke, my grandma would surely agree with a warm smile. But this time, neither of us got roast suckling pig. Mikai and I stood in the pig pen, watching the piglets we had fed grow so large. It filled me with comfort too. So I planned to catch one lucky piglet for dinner. I spotted a pitch-black piglet and tentatively called to it. Xiao Yu does not poop. The underbitten piglet lying in the corner heard someone call its name, jumped up at once, and ran toward us. Xiao Qiang only loves ugly freaks. You have no money. After calling several piglets by name, thankfully, they still remembered me and crowded around to nuzzle me. The piglets were clean, odorless, and still adorable. I looked at Mikai beside me. She was still watching me impassively, without any reaction. HMPH. Keep pretending to be aloof around me, as if I do not know how much fun you have when nobody is watching. Wanting to tease her, I called out, Mikai. As she turned, a plump white piglet ran toward me too. I crouched and stroked its sleek, glossy coat. Mikai, sweetie, Mikai, what did you call it? I will ask you one more time. What did you call it? I stood up and answered with a grin, Mikai. I named it that during an earlier livestream. Is that not a lovely name? Mikai looked at me with a forced smile and gritted out, lovely. Very lovely. The comments filled with mockery. Everyone was mercilessly teasing Mikai. Ha ha ha. They actually said it right in front of the real Mikai. Mikai, I asked what you called it. Ha 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 ha. These two are hilarious together. Ha ha ha. Mikai is going to sit bolt upright at midnight thinking, is he insane? I am speechless. Guess why I am not laughing? Because one of those piglets has my name. Ha 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 ha. Looking at all those piglets, I turned and asked, which one should we eat? Mikai turned away from my gaze and answered resentfully, whatever you want. Fine, then we will eat Mikai. Ha Mikai. I chased pigs all over the place, but they ran fast. I could not catch one at all. Help me. What are you standing there for? Mikai lunged for a piglet charging past her, but missed. The plump white piglet named Mikai was the hardest to catch. It was incredibly fast. Neither of us could even touch its tail. In the end, neither of us caught anything. We only ended up breathless and covered in dirt. Then Grandma caught us and gave us a scolding. She said if we could not even catch a pig, what the hell did we expect to eat? If she had a gun, she would have shot us both 800 times over. But after my shameless pleading and the production crew stepping in, Grandma gave us a huge pork leg. With our main ingredient secured, it was time for the group meal. When Mikai and I carried the huge pork leg back, everyone had already started the fire and begun cooking. Despite their years in show business, everyone was easygoing. No one put on airs. So, we sat on the grass as if we were having a picnic, chatting while the huge pork leg roasted and sizzled with fat. It felt truly peaceful and happy. Fang Yuan picked up some cucumber salad with his chopsticks for Mikai. Xiaomi, try this cucumber. It is very fresh. It tastes decent too. The moment he said that, he came off as painfully tactless. Mikai was a major star, but plenty of people outranked her. His blatant fawning made everyone uncomfortable. Mikai simply said, thank you, but I do not like cucumber. As she spoke, she dumped all of it into my bowl, looking bossy and cool. Everyone around us drew a sharp breath and watched for my reaction. I secretly glared at Mikai, telling her to rein it in. Do not let anyone find out. Looking at everyone's reactions, I was a little confused. Eat up, everyone. I love cucumber. I want more of it. With that thought, I ate every last bite. I pointed at the bird eggs. Everyone, eat the eggs. They are delicious and incredibly tender. Wild eggs are nutritious. Then I froze. There were 8 people in our group, but only 7 eggs. That meant one person would not get an egg. Given the situation, it was better if I did not eat one. Zhang Xinran noticed my awkward predicament and quickly smoothed things over. Haha. Yes, Shaolin is right. Everyone, eat while it is hot. I have had plenty already, so I will skip the egg. You all go ahead. After that, the others also politely declined for a while. In the end, Mikai gave her wild egg to Zhang Xinran. I gave Mikai a thumbs up in my heart. As expected of the top star, her social grace was flawless. Just as I was thinking that, Mikai reached her chopsticks toward my plate. With one motion, she split my egg in half and took one piece. Everyone else fell silent. I hurriedly laughed it off. Ha ha ha, it is fine. We eat like this in private too. It is fine. Ha ha ha. Really? It is fine. Everyone, eat up. That piqued everyone's interest, and they could not help getting nosy. Sonk asked curiously, Brother Lin, your earlier livestream was so funny. Ha ha ha. My face heated up, damn it. I knew they would definitely ask about that. Luckily, I had prepared for it. Ha ha ha. I was just bored out of my mind, so I did that. Do not mind it, everyone. Maybe nobody else minds. But how do you know whether Xiaomi minds you using her name for a piglet? With that one remark, Fang Yuan immediately turned the fire on me. He did not even care that the person involved was sitting right there. He only dared act so arrogantly because Mikai usually could not be bothered to argue back. Everyone watched me like I was a joke, murmuring with mixed reactions. Who in show business does not know? Fang Yuan hates anyone who gets close to Mikai. If anyone tries to get close to Mikai, he openly mocks them or needles them with veiled jabs. His mother has a little money, after all. I smiled faintly, about to speak, but the woman in question spoke first. Mikai elegantly finished the food on her plate, then said coolly, I do not mind. Momo and I are friends. It is normal for friends to joke around. She said it lightly, but Fang Yuan saw in Mikai's eyes an icy, bone-deep warning. He shuddered without meaning to. It was like standing by a blazing fire while his heart froze solid. Fang Yuan froze for seconds, then nodded awkwardly. Ha ha ha. I knew you and Momo were close. Xiaomi. Mikai diffused that minor incident with a single sentence. The rest of the meal was fairly pleasant. Sitting around the bonfire, we ate roast pork leg. Everyone sang and danced joyfully. Just as filming was about to end, the production crew revealed the day's final surprise. While we were still immersed in the cheerful bonfire party, the crew dropped a bombshell surprise on us. The production crew announced, since our lodging is a guest house, there are only 6 rooms. That means the people will have to sleep in tents outside. Everyone stopped in their tracks. We had been exhausted all day. No one wanted to sleep in a tent on a field crawling with who knew what. Seeing no one speak, I remembered how often I slept on grass as a child. I did not mind sleeping in a tent. As long as I had somewhere to sleep, I was fine. So I raised my hand. I want to sleep in a tent. Everyone looked at me in surprise. Then Mikai immediately added, I will sleep in a tent too. Everyone's eyes nearly popped out. No one had expected this. Fang Yuan was unwilling to accept it. Xiaomi, how can a girl like you sleep in a tent? Let me do it instead. HMPH. You said nothing earlier, but the moment Mikai wanted the tent, you started this act. Do not think I do not know what you are after. Dream on. Why can she not sleep there? Mikai frowned slightly and asked in confusion. She can, of course. I am just worried Xiaomi is too delicate and might not be used to it. Fang Yuan panicked. He had not expected Mikai to speak up for herself. Jealousy practically spilled from his eyes. The production crew saw they had gotten the reaction they wanted and hurried everyone off to bed. Today's live stream ended there. With the sleeping arrangements settled, everyone said their good nights and returned to their rooms. Mikai and I headed for the tent on the grass. Both the place and the person beside me felt so familiar. I did not go into the tent. Instead, I sat down on the grass. I gazed at the stars and the full moon overhead. It felt like I had returned to my carefree childhood. Back then, I had no worries and could play in the grass, chasing each other and catching flickering fireflies. When I got tired, I would lie on a lawn like this and watch the stars and moon. There was a soft rustle beside me. I did not need to turn around. I already knew who it was. I asked, is the live stream off? Are the cameras off? And you dare come near me? Are you trying to get yourself killed? Mikai sat down beside me and replied with icy indifference. They are off. In reality, viewers were still watching the two of us. After another silence, I could not help asking, hey, Mikai, did you know all along the show would be filming here? You did it on purpose, did you not? Mikai shook her head innocently. No, Momo. I did not know. I did not know we would be filming at Grandma's place either. I looked at her. The cold distance she usually wore was gone, and her eyes were full of innocence. HMPH, keep pretending. Why can you not keep it up now? I was not pretending. Did you not say I should keep my distance from you on the show? How could I dare defy your orders? Mikai spoke pitifully, her fingers constantly tugging at my hem. I snorted and pulled my hem from her fingers. You would not dare. The things you said today will make people suspicious. If this gets me trending, you are dead. The viewers, we have been suspicious for ages. We just had no proof. Now we have plenty of proof. You two are definitely involved. Mikai rubbed her head against my shoulder and said affectionately, then why do we not just admit it? How can we admit it? We have barely even started. Admit what? Have I even accepted your pursuit? Mikai nestled her head against my neck, looking utterly aggrieved. Like a large, affectionate cat, Her nose twitched softly. She greedily breathed in my scent. Then what must I do for you to accept me, Momo? Does Momo not like me anymore? What can I do to make Momo like me? I lowered my head to look at Mikai. Her slightly long, wispy bangs partly covered her delicate brows and eyes. The faint firelight fell across her profile, making her eyes shine even brighter. It was as if a river of stars flowed within them. I was momentarily stunned. It is not that I do not like you, Kai. I am just scared. Scared this is all an illusion. If it is, what will I do afterward? Momo. Do you know why I named that puppy Momo? Because Dog Strong crossed the Rainbow Bridge while you were abroad. Before she died, she had a puppy. Momo, did you know that? Even at the end, she kept trying to lift her head to look for you. The doctor said she had someone she could not let go of. She was afraid the person she missed would not be able to find her. So she left you something to remember her by. She wanted the puppy to see you in her place. At this point, it was only the second time I had seen Mikai choke up, her eyes reddening. The first was when someone slashed my back. She paused, composed herself, and continued. So I feel that sometimes, I am not even as brave as a puppy. That little dog expressed its love so bravely, but it never got to wait for you. If I keep hesitating, then I may never get to be with you in this lifetime. My voice carried a tremble I had not noticed. But why could you not tell me you loved me sooner? Do you know, when I went abroad, how heartbroken and lonely I was? Do you know those years Mikai suddenly yanked me toward her. She seized my wrist and pressed me onto the grass. She gently sucked at my lips, and my eyes slowly drifted shut. I felt Mikai's heart beating against my chest. A scalding tear slid onto my eyelid. I opened my eyes. Mikai was crying. It was the first time I had ever seen her cry. Her eyes brimmed with tears, trembling on her lashes, ready to fall. My first thought was, damn, how could Mikai look so beautiful even when she cried? But that thought quickly vanished. Mikai tightly gripped my wrist with one hand and wrapped the other around my waist. It felt as if she wanted to meld me into her flesh and blood. The air grew thin, and I could barely breathe. I pushed Mikai, trying to make her release me. Mikai obediently loosened her hold on me. Then she gave my lips to quick pecks. My face burned. Embarrassed, I pushed Mikai away and turned my face from her. Mikai's low laugh reached my ears. She gently pinched my cheek and turned my face back toward hers. Her eyes were still full of tears. The bonfire made her tears glow warm gold and crystal clear, and revealed every tear track on her face. After that, I forgot what happened. I only remember that we got together. At 25, the person we loved in our youth finally became our lifelong partner. At that moment, I was getting completely drunk with my friend Yuan, crying about my confusion and regret. He patted my back helplessly and told me not to worry so much. When I woke that morning, the trending list had exploded. Breaking. Mikai and Linmo confessed their love. Mikai and Linmo's beautiful, tearful kiss. I shipped a real couple. Mikai likes Linmo. Mikai finally won the love of her youth. I stared blankly at the high-definition livestream footage. I sat on the bed, completely at a loss. Was the livestream not supposed to be off? How did this happen last night? What were we supposed to do? We were together now, but this was clearly not the right time to go public. I called Mikai several times, but she did not answer. Then I checked WeChat. She told me not to worry. She told me to stick to my schedule for now and deny it to the bitter end. No matter what anyone asked, she would handle it as soon as possible. She said that, but I was still worried. Since we happened to be filming this variety show, Sister Lee saw I was not doing well and gave me 2 days off. She was also urgently arranging public relations to handle this. So I arranged to meet a friend I had not seen in ages and went drinking with him at a karaoke bar. I wanted his advice, to hear what he thought. What did I think? I said, you two are finally together. I have watched you torture each other since you were kids. You are finally together. Sure, this has become a huge deal. But why care what anyone else thinks? If you like her, be together. Mikai may be sharp and aloof, but everyone sees how she cares for you. Don't you like her, Momo? I do. But I am scared. Before I could finish, Yuan cut me off. If you love her, that is enough. Mountains and seas may divide lovers. Some distances cannot be crossed. But love can heal every regret, cannot it? I froze, then thought it over carefully. That is what love is. Whenever anything happened, Mikai always stood in front of me, solving it for me. So this time, I should be a little braver too. Should I not? Seeing that I have finally understood my own heart. Yuan and I drank a great deal. We jumped around the private room, making drunken fools of ourselves. By the time Mikai called, I was far from sober, but I still answered with a thick tongue. Hello. Hello. All I heard was Mikai's soft chuckle on the other end. Sweetheart. What I did not know was that Mikai was filming a variety show. It was the same show I had filmed before, where losing meant a punishment. Sure enough, Mikai lost too. Her punishment was to call for contacts and borrow 20 million. It was an enormous sum, but Mikai was not worried at all. In front of the audience and guests, She opened her contacts. First, she called the contact saved as the world's most beautiful Empress Mother. Once the call connected. Hello, who is this? Hi, Mom. I want to borrow 20 million. There was a brief silence, followed by a cold laugh. HMPH. Now you remember to come to me. I do not have 20 million. Even if I did, I would not lend it to you. As sweetheart, I will give him the money. She hung up immediately. The entire call lasted under 10 seconds. The audience burst into laughter. No one expected this. They had never imagined the award-winning actress was this funny with her family. Trying not to laugh, they also began guessing. Who was this sweetheart that Mikai's mother mentioned? Her second call was to the contact saved as sweetheart's dad. It rang for a long time before someone answered. Hello. What is it? I have no money. Your mother has all my money. I do not have a cent. Do not call again. Call sweetheart. He hung up at once too. Mikai was rejected before she could even say a word. The audience laughed even harder, teasing her without mercy. Mikai smiled helplessly. She still had 2 chances left. She chose to call her older sister first. Hello. What is it? A deep, magnetic female voice came through the phone. It made everyone's ears tingle, and the audience erupted again. Hey, sis. Lend me 20 million. After a pause, her sister said, Mikai, what is wrong with you? You have been acting like the world is ending, and you still have not one sweetheart over. We have created so many chances for you two. Do you not know how to use them? Everyone has been trying to set you up, and you are still not together. How can I lend you money when you are like this? When sweetheart posts online that he accepts you, forget 20 million. I will give the two of you 200 billion as a wedding gift. Mikai was not upset. Instead, she smiled and said, Thank you, sis. I will work hard. Her sister paused, then gave a cold snort. Then let us see whether you have what it takes to earn that money. With that, she hung up. For her last chance, Mikai chose the contact saved as Momo sweetheart. No one even had to guess who it was. Who else could it be but Linmo? When I answered the call, everyone held their breath, waiting for my answer. Hello, 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 sweetheart. Hearing the noise behind me, Mikai slightly furrowed her brows. She asked, Sweetheart, where are you right now? I was already dizzy with drink, sprawled across the couch. Where am I again? I turned to Tang Yuan. He gestured to me, and I understood. I continued. I am at a karaoke bar drinking. It tastes so good. Do you want some? Mikai tightened her grip on her phone and said coldly, I am not drinking, and neither are you. I will come get you soon. Hearing those icy words, all my pent-up hurt burst out, and I wailed. Wah, I am so miserable. You know. You clearly know. Everyone waited for what I would say next. But what came next left them stunned. You clearly know. I have never sung karaoke in my life. I have never sung karaoke. Boom, pew, boom, pew. A dinosaur carries a wolf. Carries a wolf. Carries. A dinosaur carries a wolf. Carries a wolf. Carries. With that, I clutched the phone and started singing. The viewers online and Mikai were left speechless. Tang Yuan simply could not bear my drunken nonsense anymore. He snatched the phone and said, 20 million, right? I will give it to you. Come pick him up at our usual place. Hurry. I cannot take this anymore. He hung up, and within 3 minutes, a transfer of 20 million arrived on Mikai's phone. Everyone in the studio was dumbfounded. No one expected things to unfold like this. Then everyone erupted in laughter. For once, Mikai joined in with a helpless laugh. After filming ended, someone asked curiously, Ms. Mi, what are your plans now? Mikai smiled helplessly. What other plans could I have? I'm going to bring that little crybaby home. By the time Mikai came for me, I was already asleep. She and Tang Yuan had to carry me into the car together. Before leaving, Tang Yuan told her, I know you really love Momo. I hope you will treat him sincerely. If you dare hurt him, you will regret it. Mikai looked calmly at Tang Yuan and replied, I will. You know how much I love him. Tang Yuan nodded, reassured, then waved and left. The boy he had watched grow up had finally opened his heart and found love. When I woke up, I opened my eyes to a familiar room. I was at Mikai's home, in the room her family had kept for me. Mikai sat beside me, watching as I opened my eyes. You are awake. Are you hungry? Does your head still hurt? What do you want to eat? I tried hard to remember everything from yesterday, but could not remember a thing. Hesitantly, I asked. Yesterday, I did not say anything strange, did I? I only remembered answering Mikai's call. I did not remember anything after that. The moment I saw Mikai's ominous little smile, I knew this could not be good. Sure enough, it was not good. No, Momo, you just sang a song. That is all. I grabbed my phone and found countless trending topics, along with a video of me singing yesterday. Looking at the trends that would not go away, I considered it for a moment. Since they could not be taken down, then let it blow up completely. I looked up into Mikai's dark eyes. Mikai, Let us go public. Mikai was stunned. Sweetheart, what did you say? Could you say that again? Say it again, I said. Let us go public. I held Mikai's gaze and repeated those words with certainty. Mikai shot to her feet and wrapped her arms around my waist. Her whole body trembled with excitement. I could clearly feel her joy. And was I any different? We had loved each other for so long. Why should we care what others thought? Love can heal every regret. This time, love finally defeated reason. After that, Mikai and I held our dog, our son, Yi, and took a photo together. I captioned it, "Love crosses mountains and seas, healing every regret." But Mikai's caption was, "So now, Momo is in my arms." Within minutes of posting, both our social media accounts exploded. Most people sent their blessings, though some were curious or skeptical. But we did not need to care, because we were simply ourselves. We were who we were. Our eyes glimmered with tears as we looked at each other, then burst out laughing. No one